And now, local sports with Dustin Nolan.
What a great day for high school baseball and softball. Bettendorf softball in action today as they took on the number 2 team in Class 2A, Louisa Muscatine. Both teams come in undefeated into the doubleheader. First game would go to Louisa Muscatine, beating Bettendorf 4-3, and the Bulldogs look to take game 2. Let's go out to Bettendorf for the action. We start in the bottom of the first. It's a 0-0 game, but not for long. Brianna Newton cranks this one over the fence for the solo homer. Bulldogs go up 1-0. Still in the first, Bettendorf looking to add to their lead, and it's going to be Emma Dennison, and she's going to get behind this one, and it is out of here. That's a 2-run home run. Bulldogs go up 3-0. Still in the first, Emily Rigdon gets a piece of this one and sends it to the wall. Maggie Erpelding will come in to score. 4-0 Bulldogs. We go to the top of the second. Bulldogs lead 5-0. Louisa Muscatine gets their bats going. It's going to be Mackenzie Kissel, and she sends this one up the middle. Louisa Muscatine will score a couple of runs here to make it 5-2. We go to the bottom of the second. Bulldogs lead 5-3, and it's going to be Alexis Mulvihill, and she's going to crush this one over the fence for a 3-run home run. Bulldogs go up 8-3 in this one. Bettendorf takes game 2, 13-8 to even the doubleheader. As we said earlier, Louisa Muscatine won game 1. So let's hear from the Bulldogs on their win in game 2.
We knew this was going to be a tough game coming in. They were ranked number 2. We were ranked number 15, so we knew Haley Sanders was a really good pitcher, and we had some trouble in the beginning to get her timed up and get her pitches, make contact. But I think at the end we really just came together of that first game. We didn't pull out the win, but the second one really came together as a team, and it was really a good team effort that second game, that second win.
You know, we brought the bats to start the second game. We knew need to have a little better approach at the plate throughout the game. Our first game, we ended up, we haven't seen a pitcher like that all year. So learning to stay on top of the ball, moving up in the box, and learning to either stay off that rise ball or stay on top of it. Second game, you can see that after seeing somebody like that, we were ready to go and hit the ball.
All right, let's go over to Assumption for some baseball now as they take on Pure Notre Dame. Top of the first, Notre Dame looking to get something going, but the Knights had different plans. J.J. Stratman makes the catch and throws it to first for the out. Still in the top of the first, 2 outs, and it's going to be Jay Castillo, and he's going to make the throw to first as well, and he's going to get the out to end the inning. It's a scoreless game. Bottom of the first, and it's going to be Mitchell Britt, and he's looking for his first strikeout of the day, and he gets it here as Notre Dame looking to play good defense. Assumption gets their bats going. J.J. Stratman sends this one up the middle for a base hit. Knights with 1 on, but that's the closest they're going to get to getting a score in the first inning, but that's okay because the Knights would go on to win 2-1 over Peoria Notre Dame. Colton Quagliano has proven himself as one of the top passers in the state of Illinois. He'll be one of the top returning quarterbacks in the state this upcoming season for the Titans. I caught up with Colton to find out what makes him such a special player. It's no secret, Anawan Wethersfield is blessed with a quarterback. Meet Colton Quagliano, the gunslinger for the Titans.
Playing with Anawan Wethersfield Co-op, we both got great communities, and Friday Night Lights here is just amazing to have because you have both communities coming to your stadium. It's always packed, and playing for the Titans is always a dream come true of mine.
Colton, All-State in football, is one of the top returning passers in the state of Illinois, throwing for over 3,100 yards and 39 touchdowns as a junior.
It was a ride to success, being able to start with the group of guys that we had. We knew that we had a good team coming back, even though people would overlook us and stuff like that.
Colton wasn't only putting up stats, he helped lead the Titans to a 12-1 record and a trip to the state semifinal game, creating some serious momentum that he hopes to carry over into his senior year.
We got excited and happy just to be able to say that we're one of the best teams to go through Titan history, and that's a dream for all of us.
For Colton to put those kind of numbers up, he credits his success to all the work he puts in behind the scenes that nobody sees.
Like I said, I lift 3 times a day. Me and my trainer, we tried going after it a lot. While other people are doing other things like hanging with their friends, playing video games, stuff like that, I try to put in the work because I know eventually that the work will pay off.
And that's exactly what's happening. Colton has received offers to play football at Augustana and Monmouth College.
It's a blessing. Like I said, it's great to have people that actually want you, not only for sports but in your community, at your school.
Going into the 2020 football season, Colton and the Titans have one goal:
to win state, because when we look back on our team last year, we saw that we had a great group of guys, like I said, and we felt like we could do big things. And like I said, with only 4 seniors leaving and all of us coming back, we feel like we have a pretty solid group coming to where we can make it to state and win state.
There's no doubt, with Colton at quarterback for the Titans, they're the team to look out for this upcoming season. Still ahead, speaking out after the latest tragedy at the Still Dam, what a woman says needs to happen before someone else dies there. You're watching Local 4 News at 10.